But what's up? It is Monday the 11th. I really have to find my energy because, man, it was a long night yesterday. It was fun. Our Eagles won. So excited. So excited. Our Eagles won. We're 11-2 now.
Yeah, now you got all the Eagles fans jumping out the woodworks. Okay.
What? First off, we haven't gone anywhere. And we deserve this. We've been loyal all these years. The past 2-3 years, horrible. We've been loyal. We deserve this.
Okay.
I can't stand you.
Why you can't stand me though?
Because you're just looking at me. So I guess let's get into it. A lot's been going on. A lot has been going on in Hollywood. A lot of sexual assaults. A lot of misbehaved people have been coming out the woodworks lately.
Misbehaved people?
Misbehaved.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, you got Terry Crews saying he's been sexually harassed.
Terry Crews.
Oh my gosh. Terry Crews. Everyone hates Chris. Yes, the big husky actor that dancing white chicks.
I thought that's who it was, but the fact that you said he was being harassed,
he said,
threw my mind for a loop because I was like,
yeah,
how is he getting harassed? I mean,
I don't.
Pick up any person like, leave me alone. Shake him.
Listen. So you have that, and then
he's been harassed by who?
He said a film producer a couple years ago grabbed his butt. He said that they were in an event. They were at an event.
It was a man?
And it was a man.
Right.
They were at an event, and the producer...
Which producer it was?
I don't think so. I have to Google it. But he said the producer came up behind him and groped his butt. And he turned around like, what's going on? Now, me, I think a couple of swings would have been taking place, but he just turned around like, hey, what's going? Like, I don't know. We're going to be fighting. That's like I'm throwing punches. I don't, and that producer must have been very bold, but I guess that's what they do in Hollywood.
Unacceptable.
Hey, and he didn't hit the producer or do anything. That's interesting. I guess he might have just wanted to roll.
He probably was like, if I hit him, I don't know how damaging it's going to be to my career.
So you're saying that he should just go ahead and allow?
No, I'm saying violence is not the answer.
So what is the answer? What do you think he should have done?
You should have had a really strong conversation with him.
A very strong conversation. Couldn't that have messed up his career? If your career is on the line, would you be quiet or would you wait?
What do you mean? Wait for when?
Would you wait to say it, to come out or put the person on blast?
Everything has to be done at the right time. If you do it at the wrong time, yeah.
So what you're saying is you would accept another man groping your butt just so you can move ahead in the film industry.
That's what you're saying. That's not what I said.
I'm asking because you listen.
Okay,
I would think that the situation would be addressed right away at that moment. But you said that there is a time, and it could have.
There's a time and place for everything. Yeah, I mean, maybe that was the time and the place was immediate, but I wasn't there.
No, so
I'm saying there's a time and a place for everything. It doesn't mean. I mean, sometimes you gotta play the long game.
What? So that's why you're saying that you were just now. So you're saying that you might just have to accept the sexual harassment in order to move along at your job or in a career or something like that.
Stop banging the table. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that. All right. So if you have one instance of sexual harassment, you can document it. If you have 3 instances of sexual harassment, that documentation leads to what's called a habit. All right? So you see that person has established a pattern, right? And then legal precedents, right? Establishing a pattern of a person with sexual harassment is more damaging to their career than it just being one instance.
I disagree with you.
You don't think?
I don't. So you're saying you just keep a record? In other words,
no. What I'm saying is there's a time and a place for everything. I wasn't there. So
how can you not give a definite?
Addressed.
But how can I'm just? We can only go off of what we know. How come you cannot give a definite answer to say that it should have been? He should have said something, brought it up right there. Your answer
was that
your
he
response.
Should have a strong conversation with him
at that moment.
Whatever moment
it
may be.
Got us right in the heat. Right in the moment we have Deja coming in.
All types of spots.
No, I'm not putting. Okay, so let me.
He takes my answers and then he mixes them up.
Okay, so we have a lot of sexual harassment issues going on within Hollywood. I'm not sure if you're aware about Terry Crews from Everyone Hates Chris.
Really?
Yeah, he came. Let's see if I get your levels. Are you on?
We got it.
Okay. Okay. I think, yeah. So he apparently got groped by a guy, Terry Crews. See, it's funny. It's kind of funny because you think I've been, and he said it happened years ago, and he's just now coming out about it. So
why? I don't get that.
I don't either. Let me see. He's just now coming out about it. Now, Mark says that sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get ahead. I'm just paraphrasing, but
he's lying is what he's doing.
What?
He's lying is what he's doing.
He said you got to do what you got to do. In other words, if
in other words, no, not in no other words. What did I exactly say?
I'm paraphrasing. He basically said that if Ted Cruz, that the situation that Ted Cruz was in could have messed up his future career if he, blasted the producer for groping him.
Oh, it was a producer.
Yeah.
A producer for what? Was it like big time? When did this happen? Did he say
this happened years ago?
I mean, like before White Chicks. Like,
yeah, before White Chicks. Before White Chicks, because that's where he blew up with White Chicks.
To me, in my opinion.
And then he did Everyone Hates Chris.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I think a couple other movies.
What producer was that?
I don't know. I have. You know what? I need to Google it and find it out. But Mark was saying there's a time and place for everything. So he basically said that if correct me if I'm wrong. If
I'm gonna have to correct you.
So he basically said that if your career it could be jeopardized by coming out and saying that this person did it, you might just have to wait a little longer before you out that person, right?
Yeah, basically, because look, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation, say there's a bunch of people who have a better position than you, so like, all right, so here's a scenario. You're in a conference room with 3 CEOs. They all run CFO, CEO, COO, and they're all running the corporation. One of them sexually assaulted you.
What did they do?
You walked into the room, they groped you.
Okay, so grab my butt.
Right, they grabbed your butt. So now you're in a meeting with all of these people.
Mm-hmm.
They've been running the company. They've known each other. Are you going to be like, hey guys, sorry to interrupt your meeting. This CFO right here just sexually assaulted me.
I don't think so, but then, okay, so what is the point in doing it later, though? What are we doing it now for?
No. So you're not going to do it right then and there, and then you're going to be like, and even if you do, say he denies it, and he already has an established relationship with these people. I think the first thing you should do is address the person directly in a private setting. Like, listen, this can't happen, etc., etc. If it happens again, that's like a first warning. Then, if it happens again, then you got it on record. Like, seriously.
What do you think?
I guess so. I agree. I feel like there's so much more to the story when these things happen.
Know,
like,
right?
I don't really know about Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Who knows? was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So,
He
yeah,
could.
yeah.
He said, "Oh, he might have played around on that
who
side."
knows?
I mean, he's been
Who
married for
knows?
like 100
So-
years.
Like that means anything.
I'm just saying that's an added bonus to the.
Honestly, it doesn't.
that
this
does not
team.
mean
Yeah,
nothing.
that might
Like,
be even more of a cover up.
yeah, like, that could
might-
be his beard. Or
Yeah,
something.
who knows?
So
But what do you
anybody can
think?
go anyway, then.
What do you think? Would you say something directly, or would you say it in
Have you
private?
ever been sexually assaulted?
No.
Is that what it's called? Sexually harassed?
I've been sexually
assaulted?
harassed. Yeah, these females, but we'll get to that later.
Oh,
They
what?
just, these
Yo,
females are ridiculous.
they are.
I just be in the grocery store. Like what? Can I just shop
Oh,
without?
you mean sexually harassed as in lusted for?
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Yeah, like they all,
contact.
they be grabbing my arm, like, "Hey, yo, shorty." I'd be like, "Yo, chill." Like,
Yo, shorty.
yeah, they be like, "Yo," the girls be, yeah, that's what. That's annoying. But we'll get to that. We'll
First you
get
gotta
to
tell
that.
her that the '90s called and they need their word back.
Yeah, like, you like, wait,
Hey,
what?
shorty.
Would I say something? Are you asking me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably would have said something right then and there. Someone's like assaulted me, and I was like, "Excuse me," but I mean,
Now, are you fighting or are you like, no, please don't do that?
I don't know.
Depends on the
But
situation.
in my mind, I feel like I would fight,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Being caught off guard in the timing, I don't really know what I would do.
Okay.
I want to say that's what I would.
And Mark, you're saying that you would accept it.
That is not what
If-
I said. I said there's a time and a place,
And a
for,
place for
everything.
everything.
That means that if it's at the inopportune time,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look for where it's gonna do the most effective damage to that person. If I'm being harassed,
Mm-hmm.
and so I guess I'm just like.
But I like to know the backstory. I like to know the backstory to stuff.
Because I will wait
he
until
didn't-
it's the.
No, I'm just meaning like we don't know the real situation. Like,
Right.
was it like just a shoot your shot situation where he just went up to him and just did it, or was
It could have been.
eye contact through the room?
That's what I'm saying.
It could have been.
So for me, I
kinda-
would wait until like, all right, we on the morning show or something, and then I'm with the producer right next to me, and be like, hey, so you remember that time when you sexually assaulted? Put him on blast right there where he choked up, like. You know what I mean? Like, there's a
Well,
time and a place
there-
for revenge.
Unfortunately-
I mean, I'm not into revenge. Cancel that.
You're not into revenge. You're just being petty.
Yeah. No revenge.
Well, unfortunately, there's going to be a couple women coming forth about Donald Trump, and they're
Okay,
going to
we
do
knew
it.
that was gonna happen.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. But so the question was, can a guy be sexually harassed by a female? Is it possible for a guy? You're smiling.
No, I was just
Deja
saying.
little bit.
Even sexually
Why is that
harassed dude?
funny? How is that funny? That is so wrong. No. So can a guy be sexually harassed by a female?
The answer to your question is yes, but I mean, you gotta make these questions like open ended. You can't just be like,
I'm asking what's your opinion on it.
yes.
Why?
Oh, now you want to know why?
Yeah, why?
Why can't-
Is it possible for a female to do that?
Absolutely. I
I
mean,
guess.
sexually harassed. I've been sexually harassed.
How?
Do tell.
You be like,
Yes,
you
do
explain
tell.
it?
Do tell.
Yo,
Because
What
I think it's a fine line.
yeah, when you're sexually harassed as a guy, you just gotta handle it differently. That's it. Because
Do tell, please, backstory, and I want to hear
Yeah,
this.
can we get your example? Like what happened to you?
Yes.
I mean, like, so many different situations. Let's go back.
Yes, please do. This is
All right. So you can be sexually harassed in a club. You can be sexually harassed at work. You can be sexually harassed at
But
school.
how?
Okay, so
yes.
if somebody keeps trying to persuade you to give them your number, persuade you, start.
Is that sexual harassment to you?
Following you around. What else would it be?
Somebody's trying to shoot their shot.
So I'm like,
Yeah,
right,
but
can I have
over-
your number? Can I have your number? Oh,
No,
no,
right.
sexually harassing you?
Well,
You don't. He doesn't want to get into the story. I want to know.
I'm trying-
story.
I want to know
I'm trying to
this.
find out if y'all calling sexual harassment physical touch, or are you just saying harassment?
Well, this is the thing. Before we get to like an actual, we have to go to the definition of it. Like, we have to find out what the definition of sexual harassment is. And that's the problem, because what you may call sexual harassment might not be sexual harassment to someone
No,
else.
It's definitely
harassment.
no. That
It could be, yeah, exactly. It could be
sexual
harassment. So,
No, if
do
they
tell.
have
We want to hear the
fantasies
story.
about you, and then they telling you about the fantasies.
That's not. How is
They're
that?
weird? They're not sexual harassment.
I wouldn't say that's sexual
Sexual
harassment.
fantasies.
Okay. And what you mean? Everyone does. Everyone has sexual fantasies.
And they're telling you.
They must really trust you. That is, I would feel honored that someone trusts.
No, bro.
They're opening themselves. How is that? See, now that's
this is sexual harassment,
Okay.
Deja. If I come up to you every day and be like, "Ooh, girl, last night I just thought about you, and we was running through my mind, and we was doing this, and that," and the next day, I didn't get any results from it. I didn't get your number. The next day, I come back up to you and be like, "Oh," and then the night before that, this, and that. You know what I mean?
I kind of think that
It's sexual
like
harassment.
Sexual harassment.
I'm telling you how.
It's like, I guess maybe there's stages to it. Maybe there's levels.
Is
That
there
is
love?
sexual
See.
But I think that it would be like considered kind of like sexual harassment, but like.
If you're talking like serious,
So
sexual harassment.
I'm still waiting for this story.
Listen,
Because
no
we need
story.
a
There is no story.
yes, there is. We need this backstory.
There's no
Because
story.
I do think that it needs. I mean, the culture, it needs to be put out there. It needs to be a line drawn in the sand, because you have guys who will come up to a female and they think nothing of it, and then next thing you know, it in her head she's like, "Oh my gosh, was I just sexually harassed or sexually assaulted?" For a guy, female, then that's the question: can a female sexually harass a male?
The thing is that verbal communication is still could be considered sexual harassment. That's what I'm trying to put across.
Or is it just a feeling?
No, what do you mean? Is it just a feeling?
Because from your story, for what you're saying, to me, that's just a female trying to shoot her shot.
No, there's a line when your shot becomes under sexual intentions and you put somebody under duress. There's a line that
Could there
gotta
be
drawn.
a thin line between shooting your shot, being a stalker, and the harassing and sexually harassing?
Well, that's a lot of
That's a
different
lot.
definitions.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, shoot your shot. If you try to talk to somebody and they tell you stop, I mean, maybe you try like once or twice after, right?
Mhm.
Okay. But how are you communicating with that person? Are you saying, "Listen, I like you," or "Listen, I think we should hang out," or "Can I get your number?" Or are you?
But you can
saying
stalk
sexual
someone.
fantasies?
You can stalk someone politely.
Okay, he's got experience in doing that.
No, I'm saying you can stalk someone politely. So would that be considered? That's what I said. Is it a personal opinion? Is it a personal opinion, or it needs to be a little? It needs to be drawn a little thick, a little wider, just because of the
What are you
fact.
saying? Stalk somebody politely?
Because you can.
Don't nobody care about being stalked. I mean, I don't care about being stalked.
Have you ever been stalked?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what makes you uncomfortable for you to call.
Okay.
it
Have you
stalked.
ever been stalked before?
I don't think that I've been stalked.
No.
I don't think I've been stalked.
Like stalking, stalking a person without any physical contact would be like somebody who likes me. They're watching me live right now. They know where I live at, whatever.
Mhm.
Like, okay, that's fine. That's you're not doing anything to me, so go on about your business. And I'm
So
going-
you're okay with that?
I don't feel a problem. I just don't feel like it bothers my life. I probably wouldn't even think.
You
about
enjoy
it
the
twice.
attention? Would you like it? Would you like if a female stalked you?
No, I'm just saying. Like eventually, when you get like famous enough, people are gonna stalk you. It's
You'll
like
have stalkers.
comes with the territory.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if somebody when you know that and you're on this path of entertainment,
Mhm.
it kind of doesn't bother you as much as I guess if you're just more of a private
So
person.
with a PhD in mercology.
Oh.
I have one of those.
Oh, okay.
It's not harmful when you're stalking someone. You can just be like, oh, I'm
Uh-huh.
just interested in knowing things.
Mhm.
All right, when it
So-
becomes harmful.
That's when it's just like, like.
That's when it's a problem. That's when we gotta shut it down.
So is it? I wonder. Is it more so females? Do females send more mixed signals? Do you feel is females send more mixed signals than guys do? Because a female can be like no and that, but they really mean yes. That you got that whole scenario. We need what's your opinion on it?
I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to be I'm trying to think personally about it.
Have you ever said no but really meant yes?
I do a lot of things that mean this, but doesn't look like I mean that.
Why?
I don't know. I just think it's my personality.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to get the hint. That's how I am.
Oh yeah, see,
If I do this, I mean you gotta know.
No, you know you're being so honest, right? Because women always do that. They always say, "Oh, you should know, you should know," and it's like.
And I was with one of them, and I was like, "Wow."
Oh, you were with one of these? How'd that work out?
It didn't work out.
I feel like guys are very mixed signally too.
What?
Guys?
No, we're not.
Signally?
No, we are not.
I don't think so. I think we.
How?
Confused emotions, which is worse than having mixed signals.
The reason why we're confused
emotions.
is because you guys confuse us.
Yes.
So it makes us crazy. It makes us crazy.
Listen, I just said I 100% agree with Mad Maverick.
No,
and you know that never happens.
Look at me bringing out the best in everybody.
Wait, okay. So you don't feel that guys go loopy because of females? You think we're already like?
Yeah.
No, see, guys, we have a certain set of rules that have been established. That's why dudes. That's why we can hang out for such a long period of time, know each other for like seriously, because we have a set of rules, unspoken, but it's been established. Yeah, like once your code is set,
that's it.
That's it. There's no deviation from the plan. There's nothing. There's no alternative solutions. This is the code, and it gets established. So when you get in a relationship with a female, you have a code that you bring into the relationship, and then they be testing you to try to get you out your.
They test. You guys do test.
I test a lot.
You do? See, okay. Why do you do that?
You don't need to?
Like, sometimes,
no, when I test, it's going to be deliberate.
It depends on what it is.
Okay.
You gotta give me a scenario. Like, I don't really know.
Have you ever dated someone and tried to make them mad just to see how they act?
Try to make them mad.
Or try to get them to kiss another person.
Wow. Wait, we gotta come back to you.
Wait, can we?
What is? We gotta come.
Yes.
Yes.
How do you make somebody mad?
What are some of the tests you put a guy through?
There's a lot. Like, I don't know.
Whoa.
There's really a lot.
How do you have a lot of
and
tests?
It depends on the situation, because there's so many different scenarios.
Uh-huh.
So it just depends.
Do you have one that you remember?
How you have a lot of tests? Don't do it
She knows. Look at her. Look,
and
she's
then
smiling right now.
Say you don't do it intentionally.
She don't want to put it out. She knows she's smiling because she's like.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So if you don't do it intentionally, and you know there's a lot of tests,
but
you just keep bringing them tests.
Yeah, it's just like a Okay, I'm really not trying to do this to you, but it's just like a
personality thing.
Just do it. Like, it's just like.
Alright, so
I gotta see like where you.
Can you give us an example?
I'm trying to think.
You trying to? All right, you trying to see where they at? Like what, loyalty wise?
Not even like I don't really like. Just like little situations, like how I am, like how are you gonna handle me in this situation?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? A little bit. I'm trying to really think about it. I really don't know.
So basically, like
it's like a spur of the moment thing. So
okay.
Give me, like I don't know.
So you with a guy, whatever, and somebody cuts you off on the road, and normally you would be like, you know, all right, whatever, they cut me off and keep moving. But this time you're like, you know what? I got my guy here. Let me flip out real quick to see how.
To see if he can calm me down. See if he gonna be able to be like, you know what, that was good. Like, you know, like whatever. I don't know. Like this is like little stuff, spur of the moment. That's always the beginning stages.
Yeah. Beginning stages.
Yeah. So back to you making. Go ahead with that, because you throw out a lot of.
Go out with
yeah.
No. You test the person to see if they're faithful or not. You never done that?
What?
No.
Can you give me the test?
I can't reveal all my secrets to the
Oh my gosh, you're one of them.
Okay, no, just listen. Back in high school, I got this perfect situation.
Okay.
Remember, maybe this was middle school because Anyway, remember being on three-way conversations with somebody and not letting another
You
person
were one of them.
That's petty.
not letting another person know. So, boom.
Okay.
This girl talking about she feeling me, all this, all that, trying to come over, all this, whatever, right? So, basically sexually harassing me, come to think of it.
Oh.
Girl petty. Okay.
But, so, my boy lived like right down the street from me. I'm like, yo, just get this girl number and talk to her for a little bit. I want to see like what she really about. So, I call her. The one day I call her, we having a conversation. She's getting a little flirty. She's doing this, doing that. So I don't know how I did this, whatever. I was like, I clicked over and I called my boy. I was like, yo, call her right now and try to get her to do things with you, like, you know what I mean, say what she's gonna do with you. So boom, he calls her. He calls her, and then he puts me on three-way with her. And I'm listening to their conversation. I'm like, this chick, she's saying the same game to me.
Yeah, I be so scared of that. I will literally send the same text to like 3 different guys. Like,
You've done that?
I've done that.
And I'm like, all right, it's one thing if you like, you know what I mean, you're single, whatever you're trying to do. But if you're specifically going after a person, like you're trying to commit to someone, you should probably shut that down and be like, listen, I'm talking to Mark right now, I'm talking to this dude. But instead of shutting it down, if you keep entertaining these dudes while
were
you're
you
trying...
guys even like, was it official, okay, we're going to be at this talking stage? Or were y'all just like, we just kind of got each other's numbers and we're talking? Like,
No, it was deeper than that. It was deeper than
it was deeper.
It was deeper than that, but we wasn't in a relationship or nothing like that. But it was to the point where it could have progressed into a relationship, depending on how she handled that situation. She handled that situation the way she did, and I was like, I'm on the phone. And she's like, oh!
See, I couldn't have said that over the phone. I would have had to play it.
No, I put people on blast right away.
I'm trying to think, has that ever happened?
That's crazy.
You know what?
You're the one that taught me not to tell him about the test, to be honest.
When? Back in college?
Yeah, after college.
Don't tell him about the test.
Yeah, he was like, yo, if you test him, you can't tell him about it. You just
you can't
get your results.
But so my test, I'm trying to think if.
I wonder if I've ever been tested now.
Yeah, I'm sure it's always a test. So, you know what? I don't know if I intentionally tested a female
to see if she was fake or not.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do it because now you're setting her up to fail. Mark is so petty. How do you do this? Because because I look at it.
Relationship with somebody, I gotta know if they committed.
But how can you tell if they're committed or not?
By how they respond to the situation.
But see, now we're at the point where it's social media, so we have a lot of things now where you have some people, they feel a certain type of way if the other person you're dating doesn't put up in a relationship or a relationship status or things like that.
Our picture is.
Yeah, are you?
Remember the clingy guy I was telling you guys about?
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as we decided to just go there, he just posted a picture of us. And I'm like, why would he do that? Like, I'm just very weird about this. I like to wait a while.
Yeah.
So I think he probably posted some way that I wouldn't post pictures of him because I'm just not like that.
How long were you guys talking for?
We've been friends for a long time.
No, but when y'all got official, did y'all ever get official?
Yeah, that same day we made official that very night. Good night for me and day. I'm like, oh no.
You wasn't ready to be that official?
Like, dang, hold on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can kind of. He was probably just excited and happy.
I mean,
I get it. I mean, yeah, that's cool and all. I don't know. It's knocking me off.
He was probably a good guy. Now he's just out there playing
Don't put that with me. No.
And all because you didn't want to put up a relationship status.
Yeah, I think it was deeper than that. That boy got issues.
Yeah.
Issues that you didn't see when you was friends.
You should have seen. How do you not see?
Here's the thing. I guess I should have seen them, but like we were just friends and we were like.
Did you know him while he was dating other girls too?
He was talking to other girls. But now I think back to it, he always talked about the girls doing him wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And like now I could be like, okay, I didn't do nothing to you, so that means that you was
That was
fine
the
on
final.
all them girls.
Oh yeah.
He was one of like
Yeah.
one of those, like he does nothing, everyone just does him so bad.
I got you.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't like that.
Well, I know I have a friend, and Mark.
So wait, how were you with the relationship status thing?
When social media, I was like hype about it, and then my thing is like, okay, how come you don't want to post anything? Because my ex, that was
We took him there.
So one of my exes, a very good person and stuff like that. We were.
And stuff like that.
It was messed up. No, I'm not, because she could be listening, and we laugh about it. Haven't talked to her in a while, but for me, I was hyped with the social media, so I wanted to.
You too hype. Calm down.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't even more so like that. It was just the fact that certain things concerned me. It's like, okay, we're in a relationship now, and time went on, but you never mentioned me in social media.
Right.
So now my thing is, well, why are you trying to hide this? Like, if your Instagram portfolio looks like you're single, there's an issue.
Right.
There's an issue. And then you have the thing where you say, well, I don't want people all up in my business. No, because now you're always tweeting and posting what you're doing and stuff. So I don't understand
so that's the mind of a guy. So with the guy I was talking to.
That's the mind of a guy.
I would say a young guy.
Yeah,
It's
young
back
guy,
in my.
maybe.
Okay.
Said maybe.
So how would it feel? Okay, so she's not posting you on her page. Like I wasn't posting anything of him. He was posting myself, but I would like comment lovey dovey on his post. Does that change anything for you?
No.
If you would have done that?
No, absolutely not.
No?
Uh-uh.
Because my page could be private, but my thing is like, well, who do you not want to know that you're in a
Like, I
relationship?
think you were talking to somebody else. I'm like, well, how did you think that? Maybe because of the picture.
Yeah.
I guess that could have been part of it. But for me, honestly, it doesn't really bother me like that. The only thing that bothers me like that is if I go to their page and they still got pictures of their ex.
That's horrible. I don't like that. I think guys should die. It's like you go down with one guy who has an old ex and now he has a new girlfriend up there. I'm like, is she not tripping over that? Like that's crazy.
Like, no, you gotta get rid of that.
I've seen stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Or like Facebook, like old pictures and stuff like
it's
that.
Like, I understand like that meant something at the time, but hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Is it supposed to? Is that supposed to affect a relationship? Is social media supposed to really affect a relationship, or should we just ignore everything?
It shouldn't, but the world is based off perception now. So how things look a certain way is just how everyone's gonna live by it.
Exactly.
So how would you go about your social media being in a relationship?
What you mean?
So when you're so when you get into a relationship, are you in a relationship right now? Okay. So when you get into one,
guys, she's
Stop.
saying, sexual harassment. I'm joking.
Oh my god.
So when you're in a relationship, how would you go about with your social media? Do you feel as though after like 3-4 months, then you post up a picture? Do you feel as though you should post up a picture? Do you think you should let your followers know you're in a relationship? How do you look at it?
I think you can low key. Like I'll post like stuff on my. I would post like little stuff on my story. Like, but I have to see if I'm really serious about it.
Okay. Before you do that.
Because then it's embarrassing.
So wait, you can get into a relationship and not be real serious about the relationship?
I mean,
I figure once you make it a relationship, it's official now.
well, yeah, okay. But I'm thinking about the talking stage and part of things, like the dating. But well, yeah, I don't know. I just gotta. I don't know.
You gotta fill out that
I gotta
person.
fill it out.
She's a situational type of.
She's
She's a situational type of chick. She's like, look, I could go either way at
Yeah,
any
like,
moment,
you gotta just
but
do
I
it.
just gotta know what the moment is.
Yeah.
I gotta be in it.
Yeah. Well, I know. Yeah, I was in one. It's always a learning experience. I was in one, and I thought it was going to be serious, but for some reason, she would not add me on her private Instagram. So
this is a recent thing.
it's funny. No,
This
it's
is within
definitely
the last 5 years. Then
Instagram's been around for a long time.
you were on Instagram before 5 years ago.
I believe so.
Instagram was out for iPhones like back in like 2010. Like.
So they're looking at about 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Was that a half yawn? What was that?
I mean, I wasn't really.
But that got me because I was thinking, I was like, wait, why aren't you adding me? And come to find out, and so what I did.
She could have just been doing it just to make you annoyed, make you angry.
What I did was, and this was.
You was a different person. Made a fake
No, what
page.
did I do? I made a fake page. I had to.
Yeah, you got
I had to add it, and come to find out, she was still talking to the dude that her ex.
Word.
She was still talking to her ex.
Wait, so you guys in a relationship? Like you made it past the dating stage?
I was the side boo because he was away from for college. I didn't know. I was the side chick. I was the side chick. She was. Listen. So apparently it was after college. It was like the summer break, and the dude she was talking to, he went home, and she came here, and we ended up talking.
It was a summer fling.
I was a summer fling.
Okay, side chick. So side dude means that she was,
and I didn't even know.
So she was still talking to him at the same time.
Still talking to him.
Were you upset when you seen that kind of thing?
Yo, I got a friend.
My heart broke.
He's like, listen, I don't want. I got a friend that's happy to be a side dude. He's like, listen,
Anderson.
He's like, listen, I don't need all this dating and all this like wine and dining, grooming, yada yada. I will be a side dude.
A guy can do that. A female can't. A female can't. I don't think a female can do that because I do believe that females are more emotional and sensitive than guys are, and that's not a bad thing because the woman is supposed to be the nurturer, the carer. That's just the way it is. Women are trying. I think women are.
Get into another female man war with this dude.
What? That's it.
We get into it like
I think that after a while with social media and the media and all these things, I think that women are trying to be more like men in a way when it comes to relationships.
I think the roles are kind of like
blurry.
Yeah, reversing and like flipping and.
You think so?
Back flipping and dodging. Yeah, there's like a lot of things going on.
Yeah, but I don't think it's. Honestly, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I have a friend, and
side chick.
You said what?
I said. I mean, obviously, you've never had a side chick.
I think that I do kind of get what he means because I don't think that they really cannot. Okay, I guess we females. I don't really know because
you've never been a side.
I've never been a side chick, but I just don't think. That
Yeah, or do you don't know? You don't know if you're a side chick or not.
No, I don't get that serious if you don't. No, but I just think that like some side chicks nowadays don't know their place, so I think that they get like.
Well, do tell.
They
don't know their place.
They be trying to come at
Tell
me.
them.
They be like,
wait, come on now. School these girls. School them.
Bust the windows out cars.
If you want to be a
School
side
these
chick,
side chicks, Deja. School them. Go ahead.
If you want to be a side chick, that's fine. Do your thing. Whatever you want to do. As long as it's not my boyfriend. But that's fine. But you got to make a place. If you're agreeing to be in this position, you got to do that.
Have you heard SZA's album?
Your Weekend?
SZA.
Yeah.
Have you heard her whole album or just a couple songs?
I heard the whole album.
The Weekend is that
because
The Weeknd was my favorite song.
Yeah. She sings about. I listened to it straight, and then I listened to it again. She sings about the progression of being a side chick and then wanting. Yeah, The Weeknd. That was the song.
Yeah, it was my favorite
And
song.
because she was at first, she was saying like she knows she's a side chick, but then it gets to she wants more time with the dude. And then it gets to, I think the end is like she wants to be with him. She doesn't want to be a side chick anymore.
I mean, some side chicks.
Have you ever had a side chick?
Define the side chick. Every time I need more time to think about it, it's like, define
a side chick.
chick.
Let's see. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong.
Chick.
My definition of
no.
My definition
is
is
unfaithful.
Okay. Good answer.
I've never had a side chick because I've never.
So you've never cheated before?
No.
Never ever.
Ever.
Have you ever cheated?
No. What's cheating?
Oh.
No!
This is like define cheating.
No, I've never cheated.
You've never cheated ever?
No.
What's cheating? Cheating is anything that's not agreed upon in the relationship.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing of cheating if you're not married?
Yeah, absolutely.
If we get technical, let's get technical with it. Let's get technical with it.
That's not fair because you're giving loyalty. You're supposed to be giving loyalty to that person. Because where y'all going if you're not thinking about marriage?
Right.
What's the direction?
Exactly.
That is true. Because I will say, and this was interesting. I have this recorded because I talked to my grandparents, my mom and dad. My mom, she's old school. It's 11. But she's old school. But she looks at dating as if she's dating someone, she's dating someone. But then if she's talking to somebody else, she can talk to somebody else. I said, that's not like she met.
No,
I was like, you can't do that.
Because listen, old school means she's old school all the way. Like dating to her, there was no sexual things happening. It was dating, going on dates, and you can talk to other people. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're dating,
because dating
someone in the modern terms, y'all intimate, and you can't be intimate with other people.
But dating is dating. Is dating not dating? Can you not date multiple people?
And you can say, yeah, I'm just dating.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that, and that'll be a part of the agreement with the person you're talking to.
So you have to be in agreement.
I think it has to be an agreement because we could be like, okay, we're dating, but you could I feel like the guys would do it more often, but they're sleeping with other women, and it's like, okay, well, I thought we were trying to build something here. So I feel like agreement would be.
Yeah, but
so you're old school. Okay. So I see your point of view. You're old school. You're old school dating. So you have that's good. Not too many. Well, let's say females do go into dating, I guess for marriage purposes.
Right.
Yeah. I have one female friend though. She doesn't want to get married, but she dates. It's interesting, and I talked to we kind of we have arguments back and forth. But I was telling her.
Which friend is this?
You know who she is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I only have.
Continue.
Yeah, so I don't want to put her on blast. But she dates, but when the one relationship doesn't work, she goes back to old fling.
I think that happens all the time.
That's like that old thing. She want that old thing back.
Yeah.
So no one's ever really single. We all got somebody.
I don't got nobody right now.
Yeah. You got somebody that you can call.
Oh, you mean no, wait, that's different. Wait, somebody that you can call. That's different. What do you mean?
But you got somebody that can occupy. If you're, okay, so you're single and you're fine with it, but sometimes you get bored. You want to talk to somebody.
Right.
Everyone has that somebody that they can be like.
Yes. And chat rooms don't count anymore. That doesn't count.
Chat rooms.
Single chat rooms.
That's like floppy disk. What are those?
There's still chat rooms. I think there's still chat rooms out there.
Oh, you would know.
No, I would not. I would not. I would not. No, I don't.
I like the new Maverick.
I don't. Hey, listen. I'm basically. I'm. That's it for me. I'm done.
You off the market.
Yeah. It's been a good run, and
hanging up your jersey.
Gotta hang it up. Yeah. Look at him. He is so mad.
I'm not mad. I'm just looking at.
He is so mad.
The words that
you wouldn't let me.
His mouth.
He wouldn't let me talk to his cousin back in college. And
back to this.
I'm still upset with that.
No, come on.
I wasn't sleeping around and all that stuff in college.
Okay. I mean, you gotta say what you gotta say on the radio station.
He just. I wasn't. I was a good dude.
This good dude.
All right, here we
this
go.
good dude
here
takes
we go.
one of his friend back to the spot.
Friend.
About we're gonna have a photo shoot.
Friend.
A photo shoot? What kind of photo shoot?
This was in college. I'm trying to.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm not getting nobody in no drama. Back to the conversation.
I'm trying to.
Y'all are out of pocket.
I'm trying to. I don't know what you're talking about.
You probably. It's so many situations you probably don't
No,
remember.
it wasn't. I was a good kid.
I'm
I'm trying to.
I'm joking with you.
No, I'm trying to think. I never cheated. But when we were in college, we talked to a lot of females.
Yeah.
And see, that's why I had an issue. I was a good college kid in college, and I was trying to. Was I trying to talk to your cousin? I wasn't really trying to. I was just being petty.
Yeah, I mean, we covered this already.
Look, he doesn't want to get in. He doesn't want to get in.
Like 3-4 times. How many times?
We're going to chalk it up.
Cause
How
it
many
still
times you
gets
gonna bring
me.
it up?
Still gets me upset when I think about it.
All right, can I talk to your cousin?
Can you talk to my cousin? Yes,
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You want to talk to those cousins?
Yep, I'm gonna talk to all of them.
See, now you're being petty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah.
But I think I could have one of my friends date one of my friends.
You can have one of your friends.
Yeah, I have good
friends?
like you, Ricardo, Anderson, Kiwan. Like, yeah, I would trust you guys with one of my family members.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I would. See, I would.
That's good.
I would. I'm trying to think. I have good friends. But
we've been around long enough.
yeah,
We better be good.
Kiwan, maybe. I don't know. I haven't talked to Kiwan in a while. But yeah. See, now he's going to really be petty and try to talk to one of my
You
cousins.
don't talk to his cousin, honesty.
No, I'm not gonna try to talk. If I wanted to talk to his cousin, first of all, his cousin would have to want to talk to me. One, and
Okay.
then number two, then once
You would ask me first?
No, you can't ask first. You would ask while it's developing, because you'd be like, if you ask somebody first and there's nothing really to ask
I know,
about,
it's just dumb.
it's just stupid. So you just got.
So you wouldn't ask me first, be like, yo, like, can I talk to your
So you might
cousin?
just say basically, hey, I'm about to send your cousin a message. Is that cool?
Yeah. You saying you wouldn't do that?
I mean, I'm confused now. What are we saying?
Because you're
we're
saying in the process of it, you're saying, okay, like, because there may be nothing to ask about.
Right.
So, but he's saying that he wants you to be.
If you were interested-
send a message.
If you were interested in talking
Because
to
this
my...
dude, let me tell you how Maverick be blowing up spots. If you yes, he be blowing up spots.
I do not.
If you tell him you like a girl, yeah, point in case because you know exactly.
But I only do it for you. I only do it for you.
So,
Because Mark is so dramatic.
One thing that females hate the most is if you don't have the courage to talk to them yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that will mess up
I
your
was like,
game.
send your friend over here.
That-
Don't come over here for your friend.
Right? That will mess up your whole game. Your game is thrown off by that point.
I've never
But-
blown your cover.
This dude blows covers.
No, I don't. I'm trying to... It's
So-
funny.
And then after the fact, like after he done blown like 3-4 covers for me, it's just like, okay, at this point I haven't learned my lesson tonight.
Why are you telling me? Yeah.
So
Well, look at the time.
I gotta wait for it to be something before I approach you. I'll be like, not something serious, but just something. At least something.
Just a little something.
Okay. We're gonna talk about that. But ladies and gentlemen, that is our time. Deja, thanks for joining us again. And will you be coming back next Monday?
Yes, I will be.
Yes.
Yeah, you have
Great,
fun with the Goonies,
great.
huh?
Yes.
Hey.
So, thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget you can find us on our SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/The Goonies Podcast, and that's The Goonies with a Z.